Hello, fellow entrepreneurs. It's Michael Miller with Mindwhirl, bringing you a new segment which I think is going to be dynamite, a real winner. We're revamping our M5 segment and moving from marketing tips every Monday to marketing training every Monday. After a lot of thought and sleepless nights, we decided to call it Marketing Monday. Pretty catchy, huh? Well, this is the first episode, and the reason I wanted to move to a different format is because I wanted to structure our marketing philosophy instead of giving you tips here and there. Now, even though some of those tips are incredibly valuable, you may not have the context to understand their value. So I'm currently under the opinion that structured training will be more helpful to you, and since our number one goal is to give you the tools you need to make money and grow your business with marketing, I think it needs to be more organized. And that'll help you in several ways. First, you'll have access to this training whenever you want. It's free and open to all. And second, when you watch it, you'll get a great foundation in marketing. You'll understand it and you'll understand our philosophy. Then if you want to expand your knowledge with our courses and trainings, we'll all be on the same page and we can get to the advanced information that, once you implement it, will make your business take off like wildfire. And then if you'd rather us do the marketing for you, which is a smart decision because we bill based on results, you'll still know how marketing works and you'll know why we're doing what we're doing, and you'll understand the power that marketing has to grow your company, get more sales, get more customers, become more efficient, and improve employee morale, and enjoy your life as the owner of the business more as well. So here we are with episode 1, what is marketing? So let's get going. Now, when you ask the question, what is marketing? Most people answer that it's a process through which you get and keep customers, which is technically true, it just doesn't give you the full picture. So what is the full picture? Well, I believe that you have to go back to the foundational rules of business, which are something that I've made up in my own head, but nevertheless have proven themselves to be true. Now, when I graduated from high school, my stepfather and I decided to start a garage door company in Daytona Beach, Florida. At the time, my mom was the Southeast sales rep for AGFA Imaging Equipment, and she was single-handedly bringing in over $1 million in sales every month and was the number one sales rep in the world for AGFA. So I respected her, I respect her opinion. And I'll never forget, as my stepfather and I started the garage door business, she handed me a copy of Guerrilla Marketing by J. Conrad Levinson and said, just remember, no matter what you do, you're a sales organization first. And I thought about that. And it's absolutely true. It doesn't matter what you do. Whether you're a plumber, a garage door installer, a nail technician, you own a pizza joint or an exclusive restaurant, you manufacture goods, or you're a retail store. No matter what you do, you're a sales organization first. Which means that in business, sales is the game, and money is how you keep score. So think about sports games. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and the like. So how do you know who wins? Points. All of the strategies of play are designed to accomplish one goal: to score. So then the question, what is marketing, becomes, what do you need to know and do in order to sell your products and services and win the game? I've found that, as Richard Bandler said, and by the way, it's Richard Bandler, not Tony Robbins, the better the questions you ask yourself, the better the answers you get. So we want to know how to score, and we want to know as many ways as possible to score. But in order to do that, we need to ask ourselves some questions, and we need to constantly ask ourselves these questions. They are, who are our customers? What do they want? Can you give it to them and make money? What are the reasons they would buy your product and service? who's the competition, and more. You could even add, how can I outsmart my competition? What can I offer that's better than what my competition offers so that I'll get more of the share of the marketplace? Like I said, you want to constantly ask yourself questions that identify everything about your business, from who your customers are, to pricing, to having a better widget or service, to outsmarting the competition, to packaging and distribution, and more. So you may be thinking, that's very interesting, Michael, but you still haven't told us what marketing is. Well, actually I have. Marketing really is the strategy of the business, and it shapes the future of the business. It's just like a game of chess. If you sell X product for Y dollars, how much will you potentially make? What will your competition do? What will be the resultant impression of your company in the minds of the consumer? Yes, I'm hinting at brand there. If the package is blue, how much will you sell? If you change the package to green, will you sell more? What are your distribution options? And if we spend X, will we get Y return? In my companies, the marketing plan and the marketing calendar are the most valuable resources because we've always bootstrapped our businesses. We've never sought out investors. So the business plans that we've created have been complete wastes of time. Only the marketing plan governs the strategy of the business. Now, why does marketing govern everything? Well, when you think of an organizational chart of a business, marketing interfaces with many different divisions: HR, finance, operations, production, IT. Everything that the business does is for the consumer, to give the consumer or customers products and services which enhance their lives in some way. So even if it's shipping, it affects the customer in some way. And if it affects the customer, it can influence them. Marketing is responsible for the messages that influence the customer and should be involved in every aspect of the business. To put this another way, let me use the popular TV show Game of Thrones. Currently, the little boy is king, and his grandfather on the right is the hand of the king. So who controls the kingdom? Is it the king who presides over the court, or the hand of the king who controls everything else, makes arrangements for alliances, and advises the king? Marketing is the hand of the king. It influences the messages that communicate the value proposition of the business, and as a result, influences people to purchase. So keep that in mind as we move into the next slide. These next two slides I borrowed from Barbara Finley Schenck, so I wouldn't have to design them, but look at this. This is the marketing process. It starts with product development. Marketers help the product developers understand the target market and build the products that match the needs of the consumers. Then, they move through pricing, labels and packaging, distribution. All of these are influenced by marketing because marketing is the only division that understands who the customer is and what they want. That's when you move into advertising, promotions, and public relations, sales, and customer service. All of these are customer-facing parts of the business and have the power to directly influence the customer. Marketing governs those messages, and as a result builds a brand in the mind of the consumer. Now, I realize I mentioned the word brand there, and I won't be explaining it here because it's a conceptual term that most people don't understand anyway, and you don't really need to understand it here. So, we're not going to talk about brand right now. But finally, we move into research, which is where the marketers judge the effectiveness of their messages and their products and services in the marketplace. They refine them there and start the process all over again. And just as an aside, if you've been watching the M5s, you may recognize this process as a version of the tote model. This is the marketing pyramid. You can see how everything builds on itself, and you answer strategic questions in order to finally arrive at the strategies and the tactics you will use to reach your market. You start with a vision and a mission, which essentially asks the question, why are you doing this? Then you set goals, which help you identify what you're doing or what you need to do in order to achieve your mission and vision. Then you set your objectives, which tell you how you're going to achieve your goals. And finally, you develop strategies for how you're going to play the game of business and make sales. Strategies cover the 4 P's, which you've probably heard of: product, price, place, and promotion. So you make sure you develop a strategy for each one of these by appropriating your resources. You see, or as you probably know, in business you have resources: money, time, energy, people, equipment, etc. You develop strategies that utilize your different resources in the most profitable way possible. Now, I said profitable because I believe that's why you go into business, to make money. But some people do it to serve others or make something available to the masses and benefit charities as a result. Regardless, your strategies will serve your mission and goals. That's when you take those strategies and develop tactics that fulfill your strategies in the marketplace. Essentially, what you've done is identify the kind of team that you want to build. You brought the team together and judged your potential effectiveness based on the strengths and weaknesses your team possesses. You've developed strategies, or in football lingo, plays, and you've practiced in preparation for game day, where you put those tactics in play. Now, just as every smart sports team reviews the tapes from the game they just played and they refine their strategies and tactics, that's exactly what you should do in your business as well. Continually judge your results and effectiveness and go back to those questions I said we should constantly ask ourselves in the beginning of this presentation. Who are our customers? What do they want? Can you give it to them and make money? What are the results what are the reasons they would buy your products and service? Who is the competition? And more. Before I close out this presentation, there's one last piece of advice I want to give you. Once you've identified your vision and mission, your goals, your objectives, your strategies, and appropriated your marketing budget across all of the tactics you'll do for the year, all you'll have to do is prepare to deliver those tactics. Most business owners get into trouble when advertising sales reps drop by, and make promises about all the money they could make if they only advertise with them. Marketing is not an ad hoc, improvised, or random event. It's a strategy. So the best advice I can give you is to plan your work and work your plan. So there you have it, my thoughts on what marketing is. I hope that this was informative and helpful to you. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.